Good afternoon and welcome. You see the referee Philip Conway there with the captains out in the middle. Our roving camera there capturing the toss about to be made and the photograph being taken of the captains, Aoibhinn McHugh on the left and Shannon McQuaid on the right. They've both been captaining their counties for quite some time now and both excellent role models and leaders of their teams. We saw Aoibhinn earlier this year for Tyrone against Armagh on a stream and she was exceptional that day. You could really see the value of her as captain, a real leader in every way. And Shannon, we have interviewed many times over the years and I feel this might be her last year as captain and she would love to go out, I'd say, lifting another cup. She's done well over the last 12 months lifting cups. She lifted the All-Ireland Junior, of course, in Croke Park last year. And as they shake hands and go off to their respective teams, Shannon has since then lifted the National League Lidl Division 4. And she would love to add an All-Ireland Intermediate. And what a double that would be for Fermanagh if they were able to do back-to-back junior and intermediate. But Tyrone there wanting to do something about that. Their manager Darren McCann from Errigal Kieran, and he is laying down the law. And the message is probably, watch out, this Fermanagh team are after revenge, because famously these two teams met just a few months ago in Ulster and Tyrone won it by 4-11 to 3-11, but that doesn't tell the story. Fermanagh were 6 up with 8 minutes to go and they lost by 3, so Tyrone came very late in the game. There's a thumbs up from the umpires. And they're happy to be here, obviously, even though there's a bit of drizzle up here in the mountains in Tyrone at Kildress, Wolfe tone, so they might need to get a cap. Not heavy rain, but just a sort of a little drizzle. The pitch itself is unbelievable. I was out on it earlier and it's superb. Very, very good conditions for football and a little bit of greasiness there. You see our cameraman in the shorts there, that's Kieran. And he's out trying to get close-up cameras of the warm-up as well, and CJ McGordy, the Fermanagh manager, in there helping out as they go through their last minute warm-ups for this big game. And there's Emer Smith in the shot, of course. What a player, what a player. The Golden Boot winner a couple of times at least, I'd say, and she is the star player. Although her sister Brona might have something to say about that. She's in today as one of the 4 Fermanagh changes, and Tyrone have 3 changes. I'll give you those in a minute. But just to remind you, this is the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship quarterfinals. Excuse me. It's Tyrone against Fermanagh. It's an Ulster derby and it's free to watch either on LGFA Facebook or LGFA YouTube. And you're right up close to the action. We have a number of cameras on this one today to bring you the full experience and to show you the drama and excitement, the passion, close-up and the quality of these games. And we're expecting an absolute belter today, another thriller. They're only 2 steps away from Croke Park, so Kildress, Wolfe Tones today, and Croke Park maybe 2 steps away. Let's look at the teams then, and the first team we will look at will be Tyrone. Now there are 3 changes from that 15 that we were given during the week, so I'll give you those first. And Maeve Corrigan, number 18, is in for 10, El McNamee. And the midfielder Maeve Mallon, number 9, is also not starting. She's been replaced by Sasha Byrne wearing 22. And number 6, Michaela Moore, doesn't start. Now, I didn't quite catch the number that was given excuse me, for that one. It was 17 or 19, I'm not quite sure, but I'll confirm that when the game starts. But other than that, look out for Slaney McCarroll at number 5, attacking wing back. And then, of course, Saoirse Gormley is the centre of the attack now. She's very young still, of course, but a fantastic talent, and she got a couple of goals the last time, and actually Niamh O'Neill got a couple of goals. She got 2-2 against Fermanagh the last time, but she's actually not starting. Actually, I got that one wrong. It's not El McNamee who's not starting, it's Niamh O'Neill who isn't starting, number 13. So Maeve Corrigan is in for there, maybe not playing in the corner, but Niamh O'Neill, that's a blow for Tyrone not to be starting with her. And remember, there's no Chloe McCaffrey either, and no Maria Canavan. So that is the Tyrone lineup for the game. Fermanagh then, 4 changes, and I do know all of these. So going from the back, number 5, Aisling O'Brien, replaced by Sarah McCarville wearing 17, as was the case the last day when we streamed the game against Fermanagh. Fionnuala Maguire at number 7 does not start. Number 8, Shanna Feely does not start, and 10, Anya McCarney does not start. Pretty much the same changes as the last day. The 4 players in then: Sarah McCarville 17, Brona Smith 19, who'll obviously play in the forwards. Niamh McManus will probably switch back to Fionnuala Maguire's number 7 area. She'll play there from, even though she's wearing 15. Aoife McCabe wearing 23 comes in, and Sinead Barrett wearing 20, and she got a goal the last time against Tyrone for the 5-point lead. They're calling the anthem, so that's coming up, but you have the teams now. And as I say, the referee is Philip Conway from Grange, and Armagh, not too far away from here, made his Croke Park debut in the National League Division 2 final, Cork against Galway. Interesting, these teams actually in Division is off the National League. Tyrone were in Division 1, Fermanagh Division 4, but here they are in an All-Ireland Intermediate quarter final, and you couldn't call it between them. I don't remember if Fermanagh have ever beaten Tyrone, or if they have, it's been a long, long time ago. Maybe someone will be able to tell us on the live chat on YouTube or Facebook. But Tyrone won the last day, and before that the Fermanagh players were saying, well, they couldn't remember ever playing Tyrone. So it'd be interesting to know, but could be an historic victory today for Fermanagh. They came very close the last day, and revenge will be in their minds today to try and put it right, and this would be the day to put it right and get through to an All-Ireland semi-final, where they would play Westmeath or Cavan. They're also playing today, and the other semi-final will be Laois Wexford against Clare Monaghan, if you know what I mean. So they all playing today as well. And a wonderful youthful rendition of Aran Naveen there. Sarah Savage on Facebook says good luck to Tyrone. We welcome your messages there, and on the YouTube live chat as well. I've asked for you to call it, so feel free to try and call it, but it's a very difficult one to call. Two very talented teams. Also going to check for you the latest scores. I know one of the games started earlier today, so let's see if we have in that. Louth 2-5, Sligo 6 points, and at the All-Ireland Junior Championship round 5 we streamed Sligo last week winning. So those are the top 2 teams really just playing for position in the semi-finals. Well, I say just, that is important, but Louth at half-time leading that one by 5. So nearly ready. Siobhan Coyle on the sideline here, and our camera on the sideline as well, as you can see, with that lovely low shot of number 13 in there, and that is Joanne Doonan. She's in there with Molly Midloin for the throw in for the start. Joanne scored a goal against Tyrone the last day, quite near the end, and 2 points after that for Fermanagh gave them a 6-point lead, which they then, how will we put it, did they squander it? Did Tyrone turn them over? Was it all about Tyrone or Fermanagh? But I'm sure a lot of talk has been done about that, and a lot of analysis as well by Fermanagh. What did they do there that went wrong mentally? What way were they set up? So they have a lot to learn from the last day, and that may be a key factor today. But every day is different. Will they get to be in that position? That is the question. So yeah, in Division 1 of the league this year, Tyrone, Fermanagh in Division 4. And in the Championship, Tyrone beat down and had a big win over Westmeath. They lost 6 of their 7 games in Division 1 and were relegated in the league, but have come good this time of year. And Fermanagh, a lot of good form as well. Beat Roscommon well the last day. So here we go. 2025 TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship quarter-final. Not much history between these teams, but the last day certainly was one to remember, an absolute thriller. What will happen today? Will Fermanagh get a bit of revenge for that? Joanne Doonan pops it in there, looking for Emer Smith, that they always do, but you see how quickly Tyrone were in there with two players, not just one, but two players around Emer Smith. One of them being Maeve Corrigan there, wearing 18. And interesting to note the last day, I didn't see the game the last day, but I read in the notes, Emer Smith scored 8 points, but they were all from frees, so nothing from play. That's very, very unusual. So Tyrone found a way to stop Emer Smith the last day, but Fermanagh still scored 3-11. Maeve Corrigan leaves it off to Claire Canavan, sister of Anya, who would have won an O'Connor Cup medal with I was going to say St Mary's. No, it wasn't her. Her father was at St Mary's and Uncle Pascal, but she was at Queen's, and they won, was it 2012, 2013, their only ever O'Connor Cup win. This is the captain of Fermanagh, McQuaid, gives it to Emer Keenan from Kinawley. A lot of Kinawley players out there for Fermanagh, backboning their team. 17 is Sarah McCarville. Fermanagh try to make progress. Conditions now perfect. There's no rain, and the referee gives that free, which looked kind of blatant there. Talk about close marking on Emer Smith. And she went to ground, and free given there immediately. And referee holding up the clock as well, because Emer took some sort of a knock there. She looks okay, but a little bit tentative, and that would certainly be a concern for Fermanagh. Maybe fell just a little bit awkwardly. Seems okay though to even take the free. Actually, there's a Tyrone player getting treatment as well, over to the right of that, as you see there. That's Aoife Horrisk with Saoirse Gormley there. As we wait, are they going to play on? Actually, there's another player over to our left, so they're just waiting for Aoife Horrisk. She's way over to the right at the far end of the ground. She's on her feet now, so I think we can get going again. It's unusual to see no Bogues playing with Fermanagh. Kayla Cara Bogue not fully fit yet, though might come back on, or might come on rather near the end. She's been out for the last couple of games after getting injured. I think, was it against Laois maybe? And her sister Blind, of course, in Australia. Just checking your messages while we have a gap here. Let's see if there's anything coming in on the YouTube or on the Facebook. Everything seems to be okay there. We are giving you the treatment today with lots of cameras on this one. Breege Care says good luck to Tyrone. Thanks for those coming in. Emer looking to go short with it, and does. Gets it back from Anya McCarney. Was it that? I'm not sure actually. The numbers are a little bit far for me to pick that one out, but this is definitely Emer Keenan. Back to Courtney Murphy. Into the corner as Fermanagh played a patient game, but Tyrone had their set up around the goal, trying to keep them out of that shooting area. But Joanne Doonan gets clear, or rather it's not Joanne Doonan, it's Aoife McCabe. Saw the three, thought it was 13, it was 23, Aoife McCabe, and just put it to the right and wide, and we remain without a score. And Media Coyle out quickly. With the black tights on and looking, and she has to take this quickly. She could get blown here, and that would be a free in. So she gets rid of it, but Courtney Murphy picks it up. So Fermanagh's press worked extremely well. Now they get it into Emer Smith, and instead of taking a shot from there, she leaves it in instead to Cleana Martin. And good defending by Tyrone again. They're doing well to keep Fermanagh out. Fermanagh always looking to get it to Emer Smith, but this time, well, actually, that's a brilliant run and right through. She sliced through. That's fantastic play, and just pops it right and pops it wide. That was close, but a really good individual effort. So Fermanagh doing all of the pressing. The goalkeeper is Amelia Coyle from Castlederg. She's had a good year. It's really brightened up here now in Kildress. Perfect conditions. See the two dugouts together with all the players over there. There's another one over here for the, I think they're Fermanagh officials. No, they're over that side as well. So they're all over the far side. This is Mudloin from Newton Butler. inside to her fullback Ciara Clark, but that's turned over and Gormley pounces on it. And she is the best player to pounce. She is absolutely fantastic when she moves, and that's great play by her. And she gets the support from Aoibhinn McHugh. McHugh followed by Clark, but she's still going. Will she go for goals? She's still going. She's known to get goals. Very close to a goal in last year's All-Ireland final. Leaves it off, and a sensible option for the first score of the game. And it's number 22, Saoirse Byrne, from the same club as the captain. That was made and finished by players from Ahiarn. And Tyrone hitting Fermanagh on the break. Tyrone not pressing high on the kick out, interestingly enough, letting Fermanagh have the ball. Sometimes you see teams do that. They don't try to press very, very high and try to get it on the next transition, if you like. And you could argue that that's exactly what just happened. There's our sideline camera picking up Cara McCrossan from Oma St Enda's, wearing 14, but belting it in there to Saoirse Gormley, who's playing more as a 14, even though she's wearing 11, and that's trademark Saoirse Gormley, ducking one way and then the other, but leaving it off in the end to Horrisk, and she fists it over. Well, there's one for the quiz books. When have you ever seen two fisted points being the first two scores of the game? 2-0 for Tyrone, and Gormley involved in both scores. Speed and speed of thought involved. Now, this is a higher press from Tyrone. There's a run by McCabe, and she's nearly picked out, but she got a hand to it to feed it on to the number 2, Shannon McQuaid, as Fermanagh try to recover from conceding 2 in a row. And that's a better ball in, and she's got in behind as well, and there's a chance here for Fermanagh, and they get it to Smith, and she gets behind the keeper, and so unlucky. Well, I said she didn't score the last day from play. You'll not get closer than that. They've got a free out of it, but there is the danger from Fermanagh. That's what they can do. You see the tug on the jersey there as well. Lions could be in bother for that. That was very close to a point, never mind a goal. A little bit high. I wondered, did the referee tick for that pull on the jersey by Lions? Maybe he didn't see it. But it's a chance now for Byrne, or for Smith rather, to get the first score for Tyrone, or for Fermanagh. What am I talking about? Emer Smith then, 7 minutes in, just to settle things for the Erin County. Tricky enough for the right foot players, but not for Emer Smith. She's on the board. Fermanagh are on the board, 2-1. Coyle comes this side again and drills that one brilliantly. 2 players around the number 5, Slaney McCarroll, but she still got it. So good was the kick out, and she collected it well. And there's a kick pass over the top from her as well, and that's a useful ball to Canavan. And off she goes. Has she been fouled? And she keeps going. That's brilliant, and the support comes in. Persistent play. And the number 22 bottled up. That's Saoirse Byrne, and a turnover for Fermanagh. This game already feels to me like it has got legs. It's going to get very exciting. From two Ulster teams, and they have history the last day, 4-11 to 3-11. I've got a feeling we could see something similar today, and it's all do or die, of course. Today is what it's all about. Your season ends if you lose this one. Now, Emer Smith, that's very high. I think it's going to the right, and she still remains without a score from play against Tyrone. The sun has come out now very strongly, so it's hot out there for the players. We're up in the stand with a big crowd here in the stand. Coyle, again a good press from Fermanagh, and the kick goes over everybody though. And referee saw a Tyrone player going to ground there, but immediately waved no foul. And that, what I think will be rather crude, and indeed the referee is coming straight over. He immediately started sprinting over to that, whether it's because the foul was bad or because the player was injured. But he's certainly taking a note. So he's ticking for that one. I'm not sure who the player is that's down, but that looked like a painful one. 15 over it is Niamh McManus. So an interesting first 9.5 minutes, only the 3 scores, but as I say, you feel that like there's going to be a lot more than that in this game when it opens up a little bit. Tyrone pretty clearly looking to hit Fermanagh on the break. And there you see the crowd in the stand, some of them. Tyrone fans, of course. They go back to Mudloin. Scored a goal against Roscommon the last day. Expertly finished. Gets it to McCabe. And there's players through here. McManus is calling for it. Usually, as I say, they go to Smith, but McManus was looking for it. And that's a free out. Tyrone get the free. So Fermanagh pushing and pressing, but they've only scored once, and that from a free. Not like them after 10 minutes. They haven't really got going that way, and credit to Tyrone's defence. Now Tyrone's number 12, Horace. Great turn. And off she goes. Looking for Gormley again, and the job has been given to Shannon McQuaid there to follow Saoirse Gormley, and I don't envy her that task at all. Fabulous player. Byrne involved in a lot of support play. Well, Gormley's there, but also Slaney McCarroll is there. Gets it back, and gets it back to El McNamee. Another from Errigal Kieran, same club as the manager Darren McCann. Remember Tyrone in the final last year of this championship. They lost to Leitrim narrowly, but still played in Division 1 of the National League. Canavan now, as Fermanagh get a lot of their players behind the ball. They feed it in looking for Gormley. At one end it's Emer Smith, the other side end it's Gormley, and she lays it off. There's a goal on here and it's blocked. Is it a foot block? No, the referee says play on. It was a good foot block by McManus, but Tyrone still press, and the shot in the end comes in and goes over the bar. 3 points to 1, and all three from play as well, and it was a good score, and it was, I think, Sasha Byrne again, as we see the low camera there confirming that. That's 2 scores by her. 3-1. So at one end it's Saoirse Gormley is the target woman, and the other end it's Emer Smith. Aoife McCabe working hard from these kickouts to try and give her goalkeeper an option, but the ball runs over the line, and that's happened a couple of times. Maybe it was that little skiff of rain before the game and the surface a little bit slippy, the ball carrying. I think that's McCarroll going for that one, and it's gone over the bar, and it's 4-1 for Tyrone. And that one from the press. Actually, is it Ciara Colton? I think it's Ciara Colton actually got that from Dromore. St Dimpness, that's who it is. Yeah, Slaney would be further back, but I thought that she'd maybe get up. Or was it? Oh no, it was her. It was number 5. I was looking at 15. I thought maybe it was that, but it was Slaney McCarroll from St McCartn's. So I was right the first time. Back to the goalkeeper then, to Harron. And she's under pressure. She needs to get rid of it here, because Karen McCrossan is on her, and there's nobody coming to help her. In the end, Mudloin comes to the rescue. Well, I know her more as a fullback, and she was certainly back there. Maybe she is playing it as a fullback in some scenarios. Defensive midfielder maybe. McCabe held up by McCarroll. And Tyrone leading by 4, and yet they haven't done that much attacking, and they've given this one away for Fermanagh. And Avian McHugh has it, and off she goes. She'll be looking for McCarroll again, or maybe Byrne again. They're both nearby. McCrossan leaves it off instead to Horace. And Tyrone gaining in confidence, you feel, and now they get it to Gormley off her left foot, not her preferred foot. Presume that was a pass, and it was just overhead. So Fermanagh having problems with these kickouts. Let's see what to do from this one. Harron nearly got into a lot of difficulty the last time, and the previous one went over the line and they ended up conceding a score. So Tyrone trying to mark that, but caught sleeping a little bit there, because that one went right over the top to McCabe, and lots of room as well. That was an easy one to get away and get up the field as well. So Fermanagh coming up to the end of the first quarter, and they still have only the 1 point on the board, and that's a poor ball. Well read. Is it Corrigan maybe coming out with it? And plays it in looking for Gormley, and finds Gormley. And off she goes. She hasn't scored yet, but she will, believe me, or she'll create something. Right or left, and leaves it off. The shot in the end comes in from Horace and is expertly put over the bar. 5-1, and Tyrone seem to have scored almost every time they have attacked. 4 point lead coming up to the end of the first quarter. The press on again. This time it goes short and they leave Courtney Murphy, so it's 2 in a row. Tyrone have been a little bit slack, but to be fair, it's heavy going out there in the heat. This game's got a pace about it as well, and this is number 20 Sinead Barrett As I say, she got a goal the last day, the girl from Kilcoo, against Tyrone. But so far, her whole team has only managed 1 point in a quarter of the game. 15 minutes played. Only one score and it a free, but they're going to get another free here. And the referee will tick as well for that challenge by Jerome Quinn, the number 4 there from Merton, or around these parts better known as Merton. Smith over it, McCabe on the ground. Gives me a chance to check your messages again on YouTube. Stacey watching there, and a lot of others, while on Facebook. Let me see if everything's okay out there, and it seems to be. Scammer there. Need to delete that one. Trying to get you to go somewhere to watch it, but it's free to view from Ladies Gaelic Football on their YouTube or Facebook. You can watch on either of the platforms, but certainly don't be fooled by that scammer or any others. Big crowd here at the game, leaning on the fence, and big crowd in the stand as well for this All-Ireland quarter-final. Game hasn't caught life yet. Tyrone will be very happy with the way that they have scored. Very clinical and lots of runners. That one's going to drop and just over the black spot, on the black spot and over it. 2 to Fermanagh. Well, our scoreboard has it 4-2, but the scoreboard on the ground is at 5-2, and I thought it was 5. So I think we'll correct that. It is 5. It's 5-2, so 3 in it. Murphy again for Fermanagh, but she took a knock there and laid it off. Now she is a hardy centre half back and a great servant to Fermanagh. She'll be okay, and indeed she's on her feet, as is Joanne Doonan, and that's just drifted to the right and wide and rushed a little bit. Lisa Maguire there as well, number 12, but that one, as we see the knock here from, or on Murphy, and I think it was her own player actually. But yeah, Fermanagh have not brought their shooting boots. They have yet to score from play. Last day, Fermanagh could have scored 3 goals against Roscommon in the first 10 minutes, didn't, and then scored 4 before half time. They have that potential, but today looking a little bit anxious. Challenge coming in on Byrne, and Byrne takes it quickly to Canavan. McCabe following. Tyrone have a lot of options when they go forward, a lot of good runners, as you see. A lot of pace as well, and there is Gormley again. What a handful she is. McQuaid trying to get close, and so far, well, they've dealt with Gormley as well as they can, but somehow the other Tyrone forwards seem to get there, and they still seem to keep getting their scores. Apart from that one, looked easier to score, but it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. So a really tricky one to call. 3 points in it, but you know, either team could score a couple of goals in a minute. They're those kind of players, those kind of teams. And Gormley has not yet put her stamp on this game. Has in some ways, but not in terms of scoring. And maybe that's why it was 4-11 to 3-11 and the game went the way it went the last day. I can understand how that happened, because both teams are capable of scoring 2 or 3 goals on a run. That one has got to Emer Smith, and off she goes. There's the pace, fantastic pace. She's fouled. Referee gives good advantage. Philip Conway says, go ahead, Emer. Do what you can, and now he's going to bring it back, because I think she was fouled at least once more. A free in, and I think it's going to be pretty much the same spot as where she put over the last 2, or same side certainly. So a low enough key first 18 minutes of this game, but because it's not a group game, there will be a decision today, and that will make this very, very interesting towards the end in the second half today. And this first half is all about staying in it. Fermanagh trying to do that, even though they haven't really got going. Certainly not in a forward way. And the ticks will add up as well. There's been quite a few fouls, so we could see a sin binning in the second half too. Watch out for that. Smith has put 2 over from that side with the right, and no problem at all to the girl from Derrygonley. 3 frees the last day against Tyrone, 8 rather the last day, and 3 already today on her way. Great kick out, bounces perfectly into the path of Ciara Colton. I was getting her mixed up with McCarroll. She's back in McCarroll's position now. This is Mia Corrigan. Lovely play by her. Gives it in to El McNamee, her club mate from Errigal Kieran, but over carrying, and Fermanagh look to take it quickly. She just puts the ball down and Fermanagh say thank you very much and off they go. Brona Smith puts it in there. This is a good opportunity for Fermanagh. They are a little bit predictable sometimes in that they want to get it into Emer Smith, but with their own players forward they can make hay here. Doonan gives it into McCabe, and McCabe, can she get the first score from play? Well, she's bottled up, but she does get her free. The referee had already given advantage, and as I say, these ticks could well add up, and this is an easier one you would imagine for Emer Smith. So Fermanagh just getting back into it after 20 minutes, this to bring it back to a 1-point game. Just checking again on the platforms, and everything going well. I'll try and get you updates from the other games too, as Emer Smith converts. So Louth, just 3 in it between them and Sligo at the minute. They started early. It's 2-10 Louth, 13 points Sligo. Let's get back to the play here, because Tyrone have a chance to break, and a lot of Fermanagh players caught upfield, now getting back. But Tyrone have done well when they have gone forward, and that's well played by Horrisk to give it in, a little 1-2, and then around the referee, McCarroll involved too. Gormley waiting for it, and off she goes. Goes for her own score. That looked good to me. Is it coming in? Oh, it's a beauty. I told you it would happen sooner or later, and it does. Saoirse Gormley, Carrickmore, great point. Referee ticking for a foul on her as well, so a double win there for Tyrone. And the foul was by Courtney Murphy, so at least one tick against her name. Now McCabe has done this countless times, running over to that right hand side, and perfectly found by Anya Harron as well, and it's an escape route for Fermanagh as they try to get up the field, and they do get up the field, and it's Sinead Barrett, and off she goes, and she's got in behind her player. Can she get a score? They still haven't scored from play, remember. Where can she go? Can she put it in? It's a free. What way is he giving that? He's giving it in? Yeah, another free in. So 6 points to 4. 4 frees for Fermanagh so far, and this to be a 5th. Laois ladies against Wexford today. Laois leading 1-4-3. That on the other side of the draw. Antrim against Carlow. Antrim 3-5, Carlow 1-1 in the junior championship. And Monaghan against Clare. It's 1-1 to 1 goal in that one down in Clare. Smith waiting for the flag, but when Smith kicks it, you don't really need to. It's really just confirmation. Cavan against Westmeath, goal for Gilsonin. Westmeath 2-1. Cavan 1-2. Great start by Westmeath. So that sounds like a clinker of a game as well. So lots of goals elsewhere, but none here, and we haven't even had a goal effort really worthy of the name. But it is 6-5. It is close. It is tense. There is history. It is an Ulster derby, and Aoife McCabe now to level it. Is this going to be their first score from play? It is. We're level, and Aoife McCabe, she's done so much hard work in this game, up and down the field, and she deserves that score. Remember, it was, I think, 5-1, so Fermanagh have done well in the last 7 or 8 minutes, and this was the same period against Roscommon where they scored 4 goals. They'd love another goal now, and they might get one here because that was nearly intercepted there. Smith got a hand to it. Amelia Coyle out of her goals. She'll need to get back in because that might be taken by Fermanagh. No, actually it's well recovered. Really good run past the dugouts, all the way up into the attack. Lots of players running, and way over the far side actually, if they can get over here. Emer Quinn has made a brilliant run, but they don't need her. She's ended up near the goals, but Horrisk is there, and she's been well held up as Tyrone try to restore their lead. You get it back to McCarroll. Would she take her own score? That is going tamely enough to the left and wide. Good counter attack, but unusually for Tyrone, the finish wasn't there. Have been a little bit wasteful in those kind of positions. So an intriguing battle here after 25 minutes. We are locked at 6 points each. Mulloyne takes that beautifully out of the sky and looks up, looks to find Doonan and finds Doonan brilliantly. Emer Smith is in behind. What a ball that is by Doonan. Coyle comes out to make it and just makes it. That was crucial. She just got enough on that. Brilliantly done by the goalkeeper. Doonan put it in, and she hardly, I think, even looked where Smith was. She knew what Smith would be doing, and Smith usually comes looking for the ball, but she had spun. Doonan read that one superbly as well and steals it. This time gives it in low to Emer Smith. Now Smith from distance tries to put it in over the keeper's head, actually, but the keeper just on her line, and Smith a little bit ambitious from there and maybe could have taken it in a little bit, and still has yet to score against Tyrone in nearly 1.5 games from play. 4.5 minutes to half time. Sasha Byrne for Tyrone. It really is end-to-end football. It's very exciting. It's good to watch, and you know that the second half of this game is going to be fantastic. It could go either way. It's going to be very exciting. So coming up to half time, it's about staying in it, and both teams are certainly doing that. Foul on Horrisk. She's been in the wars today. So the 4 quarterfinals all on today. Tyrone Fermanagh, Westmeath against Cavan. Westmeath winning that at the minute, and those two will join in the semis. So it'll be Tyrone or Fermanagh against Westmeath or Cavan. And then Laois or Wexford will play Clare or Monaghan. And then the final, Croke Park. Semi-finals on our 13th of July. Horrisk recovered enough to take it, put it very high and puts it wide. Looked over from here, but obviously the umpire in a much better position, and they might regret that. Crowd getting a little bit anxious in the stand beside me. I'm going by the accents. They are Tyrone supporters. When you think about it, Tyrone took a 5-1 lead, but since then Fermanagh have won the last 10 minutes 5-1. They've got a grip in this game. This is Lisa Maguire. Lisa Maguire putting it in, looking for Brona Smith. Bounces away from her, but she might be able to keep that in, you know. And she does, but they're claiming it went wide, and it did. So 2.5 to go in the first half. No fireworks as yet. But this game could turn. Coyle, well, she went for that because the run was there from Maeve Corrigan, and they nearly made a mess of it, but they've recovered. This game could be about mistakes in the second half, especially when players get a little bit tired and it gets very tense. And that will be anxious. That's great play. Really good ball to Ciara Colton. But good defending for Fermanagh, and that was brilliant play by Shannon McQuaid to win it back. Tyrone's number 17, Caitlin Campbell from Killeshall with the good play initially. But McQuaid getting stuck in and winning that ball for her team. And a good confident ball across as well. Straight into the arms of Sarah McCarville as the sun comes out again. Fermanagh pushing, but a lot of Tyrone players are back. In fact, I think about 14 of them are behind the ball. That's a little bit tight along the side, and Lisa Maguire picks it up for Fermanagh. Gives it inside to Mulloyne. Here come Fermanagh again. Who's going to have the lead at half time? Emer Smith, what can she do about it? Off she goes. She injects a bit of pace and goes from side to side and plays a lovely ball off her left, which she is of course 2-footed, and gives it to her sister Brona, and Brona makes no mistake, and the Smith sisters have edged Fermanagh in front for the first time in the game with a super score. 7 points to 6, and there was the advantage of being 2-footed. They obviously practiced that one in the garden. Number 15, Ciara Colton back there helping out, and Campbell as well. And this is Elle McNamee waiting for support and gets it. Here comes Gormley. She gets it and spins away from McQuaid. McQuaid trying to stick with her. Murphy coming over as well, but it is Gormley with the white boots. There's extra power in those white boots, and she drills it and she hangs her head because she knew that should have been a score, and it was almost a trademark superb score by Gormley, but just to the left. Agonising for Tyrone. They remain a point down coming up to half time. 30 minutes gone exactly. We're now in added time. There will be a couple of minutes. We've had a good few stoppages. Now, where's she going with this? There's a high press on from Tyrone. Oh, that could be intercepted. Oh, nearly was, but Shannon McQuaid grateful to get the ball, and then she is fouled. There's just nothing in it in the kickouts and nothing in it in general. This game really could be either at the end of the day. 4-11 to 3-11, remember the last day in Canolly, in Fermanagh, in the Ulster Championship. Fermanagh 6 points up, 8 minutes to go, and they lost by 3. McQuaid comes forward to take this. 1 minute gone in added time. She goes all the way back. Fermanagh have really settled in this game. Only the one, maybe two, was it, from play. They've given this away though, and Gormley looked to take that quickly, and that was a vital interception, albeit an illegal one, because Tyrone had a player in there, and I think it was Campbell, was it? She was in there and nobody around her, and if Gormley had got that pass away, Tyrone were in business. So Fermanagh did well, if we can put it like that, to stop that. And I don't like saying that because it was a foul, but I think you know what I mean. Saved a possible goal chance. Not sure the referee was quite aware of that, but he certainly saw the foul. This is Elle McNamee under her left foot, and that is beautifully put over to leave it level, I think, now at the break. Elle McNamee from Errigal Kieran with an expert left foot finish. Really well made. And Carol from St McCartan's involved and came in nicely on her left, and I suppose at number 10 you might think she's right footed, but she came in on the left and finished it perfectly. And it is half time here now in Kildress. Wolfe tones in Tyrone, and it's level. It's 7 against 7, and remember, Tyrone had a 5-1 lead. Fermanagh came back at them, and a couple of nice points at the end of the game. You see Niamh O'Neill in there. I wonder, would she play a part in this game? I was surprised to see her not starting. The manager staying out on the field for some reason there with the team as Fermanagh go in, but Tyrone are staying out in the field, so they're going to have a word. Maybe that's just the way they do things. Have a word, then go in. Well, the players go in, and then maybe after that, then the managers go in after having their chat. Yeah, just a very quick word. Whatever that was about, I'm not sure. But Tyrone will now go in, and that is half time. An interesting first half. A tense first half, I think I would say. A little bit edgy. A lot at stake here today, and both teams could have done better. And both teams playing under a lot of pressure. There's an awful lot, as I say, riding on this. A place in the TG4 All-Ireland semi-finals. But it's all to play for in the second half. We'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes' time. Welcome back for the second half. On both sides of the fence is our photographer from Fermanagh. Behind the fence, some Fermanagh supporters as well. Big crowd up in the stand for this game. And there's a real buzz around the ground. They enjoy the kids playing at half time, but also there's a big buzz because the second half is do or die for these teams today. Photographs have been taken there of the kids who did play at half time. Over to my left, I spotted a lady in the stand here who is very clearly the mother of Emer and Brona Smith, and other younger ones in the stand there. We're capturing them on our multi-camera live stream today. Here comes Fermanagh for the second half, and there's more supporters in the stand, and they're anticipating a second half of fireworks. Well, it'll certainly be decision time, because one of these teams is going to make the All-Ireland semi-finals, and one will be done for the year. Will it be Fermanagh in the green, sponsored by Pat Blake, or will it be Tyrone, who are now coming out onto the field? Questions about to be answered. No questions answered in the first half because they ended it the way they started, level. 7 points each, all to play for. Fermanagh playing from left to right. Just looking at the flag over there, it seems to indicate the wind is going away from us, across the field and across from this linesperson. So maybe that explains why quite a lot of the game was played over the far side. Trying to see if there's any changes. So we'll give you some updates on scores at half time from the other games today and the other All-Ireland semi-finals. Westmeath and Cavan are level, and the winners of that will play the winners of this. It's Westmeath 2-3. Sarah Dillon got one of the goals, and Cavan 1-6. Gilson got the goal there. On the other side of the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship, Laois and Wexford. Laois lead 1-6 at half time, and Monaghan lead down in Clare by 2 points. Maybe 3 now, actually, and no, I think it's 2. Yeah, 1-7, 1-5. Philip Conway about to get us underway. Then our low camera picking up the players, poised, ready to do battle, and off we go for the second half. And a hand in from Joanne Doonan, helping it on to Molly McLoyne, helping it back to Joanne Doonan. As Fermanagh try to build, they get it back to Doonan again. Little drop of the shoulder from her to try to get past Elle McNamee. The sleeves rolled up, as you see now, as Fermanagh mean business in the second half. It is a warm day here, and it is championship time. A prize, a place in the semi-finals, July 13th, All-Ireland semis against Westmeath or Cavan. Tyrone have drifted back into their defensive formation because they didn't get possession there, and over carrying by Lisa McGuire. She just took one touch out of it too many, or one delay out of it too many, and then didn't give the ball back quick enough either. So Caitlin Campbell said we'll take advantage, and she did, and they got it moved up. Not as much as the men's game, mind you, but they still get it moved up, and now Evie McHugh has it, and off she goes through the middle, and a good kick pass into the corner, looking for Cara McCrossan with the blue boots there. What's she going to do? She gives it back to McHugh. McHugh might shoot from there, could score from here. She doesn't connect very well, and the goalkeeper Harron does well. Megan McGuire, the sub-goalkeeper today, and of course Megan was the goalkeeper when they won the All-Ireland Junior Championship in Croke Park last year, but Anya Harron from Canolly is very much the goalkeeper with the number 1 jersey now. Going back to the scores for you in the Junior Championship, Louth have beaten Sligo 2-12-14, and that is important, because I think it means Louth. Yeah, no, it means Louth. It means win the group, and the winners will play second in the second group, and it means they will avoid Antrim, who haven't lost a game all year. They won again today against Carlow, 6-9-2-2. And a high challenge. Now, will that be a tick, or will the referee deem that a yellow? Let's look at it again. As the challenge comes in, McNamee leaves it off, and then Gormley, and she always goes at you with a pace. Now the arm was up, but is it enough to get a yellow? It is a yellow, and Fermanagh's Aoife McCabe, who is crucial to their team, goes off. First drama of the second half is a yellow card for Fermanagh. They go down to 14 after only 2.5 minutes. So going back to the Junior Championship, yeah, Antrim I think now we'll play Sligo in the All-Ireland semi-finals, if my reading is correct. Aoife Horrisk from Errigal Kieran. Missed one in the first half that looked pretty straightforward. That one goes high. I think it's in. Yep, that's inside the post. Works perfectly. And Horrisk gives her team a 1 point advantage, and they have a 1 player advantage. 8 plays 7. Easy from the kick out for McQuaid to take possession. No great press from Tyrone on that occasion. They don't always put a high press on. Then they go looking for it. Now they are. And there comes the challenges, and they do almost get it back, but Sarah McCarville does well. But there's Corrigan trying to get it off her. This is Doonan again, and off goes Doonan, a spin and a turn. She wants to go through two. She bursts through two of them and leaves it back to McCarville. Back to Doonan. This is great play, but can they get a score at the end of it? Doonan looks like it's a good score to me, and it is inside the post. Brilliant play from Joanne Doonan. That is leadership. The Connolly girl who got a goal the last time against Tyrone took that move by the scruff of the neck. The kickouts is looking for McHugh and just about finds her. Murphy tries to get it back. Tyrone do well. You get it to McCrossan. They do very well. The hand in, though, I think was from Niamh McManus, but still Tyrone are there, and this is Canavan, and she leaves it in, and there's a chance here. Oh, so unlucky, comes off the post, and Tyrone with the first real goal chance of the game. That was a brilliant move all the way up the field. Just didn't have the finish. Fermanagh with 14 players survive. That would have been a serious blow after losing a player. The post came to the rescue. The same post that came to the rescue for Tyrone in the first half when Smith hit it. Doonan. Brilliantly taken, actually. It was Lisa McGuire. This is Emer Smith well out the field. 14 players of Fermanagh. They need players to step up, like Murphy. She'll always step up from centre half back. One of the leaders on this team. Doonan is another one. And here she goes again. Oh, that's a brilliant ball left in as well to Emer Smith. Emer Smith for Fermanagh. Doonan looking for it again. Will Smith do it all herself? She does. And now she gets her first score from play against Tyrone in 2 games. Great timing. And what a response by Fermanagh after going down to 14 players. 2 in a row, and they lead 9 points to 8. Well, they've got the bit between their teeth, and maybe that's about the last day as well. They do not want to lose this again to Tyrone. And maybe the sight of seeing their teammate going off inspired them to just lift it again. Here we see the move, the one that hit the post from across, and so unlucky at the other end. That's what I was saying in the first half. This is that kind of game that could go either way. Johnny Brady says, come on, Fermanagh. That's on the Facebook live chat. Big crowd on there. And big crowd here at the game to see who will make the All-Ireland semi-finals in 2 weeks' time, 13th of July. I have a latest for you from the Intermediate Championship relegation playoff. Roscommon 2-6, Wicklow 1-6 at half-time. Yesterday, Down beat Offaly, so Down are safe. Offaly will play the losers from that game, Roscommon against Wicklow. Kilkenny 2-3, Derry 2-6. Kilkenny with a good 2-3 there. It's a long time since they've scored that much. So just the 3 points in it there. That's all the updates for you as we wait for the resumption. I think it's Maeve Corrigan who is getting some treatment. CJ McGordy looks on, attached to the Ardbow Club in Tyrone, and originally, of course, St Gall's in Belfast, an All-Ireland winner as well from there, and he's making a case to the referee Philip Conway in an amicable way, of course. But yeah, that goal chance a minute ago, crucial, and Fermanagh responding brilliantly. Still waiting to see if Corrigan can continue. By the way, in the subs for Tyrone, they have a player from this club, Kildare Wolftones. That's number 27, Katie Rose Muldoon. Wonder will she get a run? Corrigan's okay to continue. Kick out's taken and they look for Jane Lyons. She makes the run over to the wing. Can she keep it in? She does. Slips it into Emer Quinn. Emer has grass in front of her. Forced to come back. In fact, they lose it. Fermanagh, I think it was Murphy, got in there, gives it to McCarville, and a chance here for Fermanagh to transition, even though they're still down to 14 players. The sin bin last 10 minutes, but they've scored twice in that. Now, they did have a goal scare at the other end when the post came to the rescue. This is Slaney McCarroll from the St. McCartans Club. Does brilliantly to fend off McCarville, and really well done by the referee to give advantage, and he ticks for that actually. It's really good refereeing. McCarroll and McCarville coming together down into the corner now. This is Horrisk. She's had a good game. Now Gormley, and she goes for her own score. She drops the shoulder and goes for it, but it drifts to the right, and Fermanagh did that a lot in the first half as well. Actually, does it go over? I thought that was wide. Let's look at it again here. Maybe we'll see it in the wide shot. I know it's not ever going to be conclusive. I thought that was well. Umpire's right underneath it, and he said it was a point, and I don't hear anybody complaining too much, so maybe it's just the angle. Well, actually, there is a bit of a murmur now in the crowd. Maybe they're just grateful they got the score, but it's level anyway. Ciara Clark takes possession, gives it to Murphy for Fermanagh. Does well to keep possession as they try to work it through the hand. Clark again to Madloyne this time. Now Lisa Maguire will take it up. Problem is up ahead they have a player down, so it's 2 against 3 back there, but the two do brilliantly, and of course it's the Smith sisters combining again, and this is Emer Smith. Off she goes. That's a brilliant ball into her sister. It's a goal chance. She's right there. The goalkeeper does well, the defence do well, but still the goal chance is there. There was a little tug and the goalkeeper survives, but the referee says penalty for Fermanagh. And that is the correct decision. We saw the tug and he let it go to see if it went in the net. It didn't. You'll see it again. The Smiths causing all sorts of trouble. Tyrone getting lots of players back, but there was the tug. And it was by Lyons. And now Fermanagh have a golden chance. 10 minutes into the second half. Emer Smith. What a moment in this TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship game. And just to add to the drama, Tyrone are making 2 changes and they're throwing Niamh O'Neill in there. They're taking off Elle McNamee, but they have thrown Niamh O'Neill, who scored 2-2 the last day against Tyrone, and also they're taking off Sasha Byrne, this adding to the delay for the penalty taker. But Emer Smith is a cool customer. On her debut for Fermanagh in Clones in an Ulster final, I saw her score 2 penalties and scoring a hat-trick. That was about 2017. 8 years on, can she hit the net again? She rolled it that day, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. A crucial moment in this TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate quarter-final. She drills it brilliantly to the right, and Fermanagh have got the first goal of the game. It's 1-9. That could be a vital moment in this Ulster derby. Tyrone need to respond. And remember, Fermanagh are down to 14. Number 20 for Tyrone. It's Barrett. No, actually, it's Emer McCanny. She's the sub who came on a minute ago. That's the other 20 for Fermanagh is called Barrett. Sinead Barrett. But Tyrone's number 20 is Emer McCanny from Oma St Enda's. And that kick just goes to the left and goes wide. 1-9 plays 9. Fermanagh looking for a famous victory over Tyrone. They haven't met too often over the years. In Ulster, it was 4-11 to 3-11. Fermanagh led by 6 that day. Today they lead by 3. Will they hold their lead? Still a long, long way to go, of course. Trying to see if Fermanagh's yellow carded player is due to come back in. Can't be too far away. In fact, I think it was 2.5 minutes in, wasn't it? So it should be about now. Aoife McHugh plays a lovely ball in, and there's a goal chance here now for Tyrone, and it's fed in. Horace gets there, and somehow it goes over the bar and not under. Fermanagh survive again, living on their nerves back there. But the goalkeeper was cool, Anya Harron. Well finished though by Horace in the end. It was good combination. That was Horace and Gormley, Ergal Kieran and Carrickmore combining. Goes to a 2-point game, 19 to 10. I don't see the Fermanagh sin bin player over on the far side, so she must be back on. Kick out from Coyle, and the referee has blown his whistle. And what has he given here? He's indicated, is that, well, it could be that the goalkeeper took too long. It could be that the goalkeeper took it outside the line, but he's given a free in. Now, if it was too long, the rule in men's football is a hot ball on the 20, but in ladies football it's a free in, and that appears to be what he's given, either for taking too long or over the line, which I don't know if that is a rule, actually, to be completely honest, but either way it doesn't matter. He gave it, and it was a free, and it was a point, and that's 2 in a row from Tyrone, and they've got themselves back into it. 1-9 to 11, 12-11. Niamh O'Neill pressing there. And that kick out is going to be taken by Horace, and Horace gets it to Gormley. And Tyrone now looking to get a goal, and Niamh O'Neill is there, and Harron gets in the way. That was crucial. That was a painful one, but a crucial one. Brilliant save by Harron as Tyrone looked to turn this game and twist it in another direction. This is McCarville. This game is starting to come to life. We knew it would. Oh, and hold on. The referee is holding play up because the goalkeeper's down at the other end after making that save. That's what it is. Little breather among the excitement here in Kildress. Smith will just have to hold on a moment. Let me just count it from Fermanagh players now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I still only see 14 Fermanagh out there. Let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so they're still down to 14. Sure, it was a 42nd and a half minute, but I guess is it only during game time? Well, she got in the way of Niamh O'Neill. The last day Niamh O'Neill scored 2-2 against Fermanagh. Now, if she's not going to be okay, Megan Maguire is going to have to come in. Although I see Fermanagh is number 24 putting a bib down. Actually, no, maybe she just did a warm-up and has gone back. But Megan Maguire is the sub-keeper, and she actually does... Well, she's putting a bib on now over on the far side. You can see in the dugout. Now, why was she putting a bib on? Because she's got a black jersey, so she wouldn't need to do that, does she? No, she's been sent to warm up. That's what it is. So Megan Maguire over on the far side is warming up now along there. She played for Fermanagh in Croke Park last year when they won the TG4 All-Ireland Junior Championship final, and she had taken over from Roisin Gleeson. So Fermanagh's goalkeepers all getting a mention there, but I think Anya Harron is okay. Yep, she seems to be going to get the ball, but nonetheless Megan Maguire is warming up. Emer Smith gets us underway again. Doonan. And that one intercepted for Tyrone by Campbell. Good play by her, good strong determined play, and brings it as far as McCarroll, and off goes McCarroll, chased by Lisa Maguire. Tyrone a point down, but they try to get it to Gormley, and I still feel there's a moment in Gormley, and she takes that one really quickly and puts it in there. That's a dangerous one to Niamh O'Neill. Got a goal chance a minute ago, back to Horace, and that's a lovely sidestep, and so unlucky, comes off the crossbar. A gasp from the Tyrone crowd here. They thought that was sure to hit the net. Tyrone knocking on the door. 1-9 plays 11, and the woodwork at that end has been struck 3 times in this game. Once by Fermanagh and twice by Tyrone. A rather crude challenge. Free out for Tyrone. And here comes the goal chance again. Horace seems to have done everything right. The sidestep, and then off the side of the boot. Oh, very, very close. Fermanagh living on their nerves, but they do have a 1-point lead. Gormley again getting stuck in with Murphy, and the referee will hop that one. Philip Conway will throw it up between Cleana Martin and Aoibhinn McHugh. Fermanagh get possession. Lisa Maguire there again. She covers so much ground. Come on, Fermanagh is the message on Facebook from Buddy. Keep going there. Molly, good Newtown woman, he says. She is indeed. Molly Midloin from Newton Butler, as is Clena Martin. This is Evie McHugh, though, from Aheyarn. Great strong play by her, and they get it into Niamh O'Neill. Every ball seems to go into Niamh O'Neill now, and she goes with her left foot, but doesn't connect very well. And Harron is fouled, and the referee is going to make that go back. I wonder, are we getting a substitution? That seemed to be one of those ones where he wanted to halt the play. And indeed, we are getting 2 changes for Fermanagh. New blood coming in for them. 17, Sarah McCarville has gone off. And what's the other change? Well, trying to check the numbers. 18 is Kayla Bogue. Is that Bogue who's in there? That would be Kayla Cara Bogue, sister of Blaine. So she got injured a couple of games ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And they were thinking of throwing her in late in the game. Well, they've thrown her in now with about 12 minutes to go. So Bogue is in. There was another change there, which I haven't picked up just yet for you. But Bogue certainly a regular with the team. And she's come in just to lift them in that last 10 minutes as well. This is Niamh McManus for Fermanagh. They haven't scored since the goal. They could do with another score now. This is brilliant football. And Fermanagh are through, and there's another goal chance here. And Smudloin is through again. And just at the last moment, she gets bottled up and doesn't get clean possession. Aoife McCabe gives it out to Sinead Barrett. This is McCabe again, trying to get through for her own score. She fouled. She gives it back to Midloin, and Midloin has a chance and pops it over. Great score for Fermanagh. It's Midloin from Newton Butler, and it's a 2-point lead again, and that could be a crucial score going into the last 10. You see it again with McCabe leaving it off, and Midloin with the finish. Good pressure, but well done under pressure. McCarroll. Bogue trying to get it from her, but McCarroll speeds off down the left. That was that was Sinead Barrett coming over and still couldn't stop her. Aoife Horace, she's had a terrific game. Goes inside for her score, but that is the block of the day. Well, that says to me Fermanagh are not going anywhere. The last day at this time in the game, they lost a 6-point lead, and that says to me they're not going to lose at this time. And of course it was Courtney Murphy. What a stalwart she has been down the years. That's a trademark block by her, and a crucial one. Put her body on the line. What a block. We'll see it again here from our low camera and then on our wide camera. What a block. Now that ball played in quickly, and it's played in quickly to Doonan. Oh, she flashes it across goal, but wide. We are into the last 10 minutes, and Tyrone caught sleeping a little bit there. Now the game has got a bit stop-start. It's because there's a ball on the pitch over on the far side. It's tense. 9 to go. Amelia Coyle goes to retrieve that ball. Meantime, I may have missed a substitution there for Fermanagh. Not quite sure where it was, but I'll try and pick it up. 20 is on there. That's Sinead Barrett, but she's been on from the start. Oh, the referee has blown for the same thing again. And, well, he's levelled things up. Not that is the intention, but one at one end and now one at this end. This is going to be a free in, and it's almost always a point. Now, the way he's indicating, it seems to be the line that he's indicating to, so maybe the player went over the line. Don't often see it. Very rarely, in fact, see it, and certainly never see 2 in the space of a few minutes. But what it means is Emer Smith has a gift of a chance here to score for Fermanagh and restore their 3-point lead. And she does. 8 to go. 8 to go the last day. Fermanagh led by 6 and they lost by 3. So what can Fermanagh do differently this time? Tyrone's Emer Quinn now with it. Support from Grania McKenna. They go back to the goalkeeper Amelia Coyle. And all of a sudden the pressure is on Tyrone. They have match winners. They have players who can still turn this around. Ciara Colton gets it. Up ahead of her, they have Saoirse Gormley and they have Niamh O'Neill. Fermanagh haven't conceded a goal in this game, and if they keep that way, you'd imagine they will have a great chance of reaching the All-Ireland Intermediate quarter-final. Semi-finals, they will win the quarter-final. Niamh O'Neill comes out to meet it. She certainly is good at coming out and winning possession, but she's had one goal chance. She set up another one, and if she gets another chance and Tyrone get a goal, then we're really talking drama at the end. Jane Lyons up involved there from Barra Red Knights, but breaks down. Gormley, look at the pace. She has a low centre of gravity, goes from left, goes to right and drills that over with her left foot. Brilliant score from Saoirse Gormley. Well, they need their leaders to step up, and would you believe she's mainly right-footed, and she put this over with her left like that. 12 to Tyrone, 2 in it. It's all coming down to the last 5. The crowd unusually quiet. I think they're just biting their nails. It's tense. 6 to go. Short kick out, and Tyrone a little bit slack there. They get it to Courtney Murphy. That's brilliant. They get it to McCabe. Fermanagh working it through the hands. That's superb, but good working back, and it's Aoibhinn McHugh, I think, trying to win it back, but doesn't manage to get it. In fact, I think she's given away a free, and she's picked up some kind of an injury. And the referee is going to move that forward as well. It's not a head injury, so I think he's entitled to let the play go on, and he's ticking as well for whatever happened, and now Joanne Doonan's coming out to take it. So it's all in Fermanagh's hands at the minute, but can they see it out this time? If you're interested in the men's game, it's Meath 2-13, Galway 2-12, a goal for Meath. We will continue. Doonan gives it into McCabe. Little 1-2. Gormley is back helping out, trying to win it back, but McCabe persists, and the decision has gone for Tyrone. Let's watch it again. Doonan working hard. McCabe takes it away, and the referee consulting with his lines person, but I think he's already made the decision. It's a free for Tyrone. Looking at the far side at the benches, Tyrone lining up another change. It is that time in the game, and I think it's Kildress Wolfe Tone's girl actually, Katie Rose Muldoon. Imagine if she comes on and gets a goal on her home pitch. There's definitely another twist to this drama between these Ulster sides. 4-11 to 3-11 the last day. Lower scoring this day, but very, very close. Tyrone are through. Tyrone could do the score. Anything will do, and it's lashed over the bar by Emer McCanny from Oma Sedendis, and they get it back to 1. Now the changes will take place. It's at least one change for Tyrone. Jane Lyons going off, and I can't see the number. 27, so it is Katie Rose Muldoon from Kildress Wolfe Tones into the play for the last 4 minutes and whatever is added on. Fermanagh lead by 1, and again Tyrone a little bit slack from the press, and Courtney Murphy did really well to get possession, obviously so key at this stage in the game. Have Fermanagh got the mental strength this time to get through this, or will Tyrone break their hearts again? Sinead Barrett battling for her team. This is great play for Fermanagh, and she gets a decision as well. Sinead Barrett from Belcoo, and they take it quickly, but the referee will want that to come back. And the game, it hasn't flowed in the second half. The referee actually having a word with Cara McCrossan, the number 14 for Tyrone, and this looks like it could be a yellow card, and the 14 is off, and Tyrone are down to 14. Fermanagh are agonisingly close, but you cannot count out Tyrone. Fermanagh will try to use the extra player. Joanne Doonan using her experience. She's dictating the play. She's taking the free, and she's telling players where to go. They have plenty of players back, but they also have forwards up there who can take a score. And there is Emer Smith, doesn't need to look, and drills it over, and that could be the score that sends Fermanagh into the All-Ireland semi-finals on July 13th, the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship. They won the junior last year. They're knocking on the door for a famous double and a famous conquest today to beat Tyrone. They're not there yet. Corrigan gives it inside to Emer Quinn. Aoibhinn McHugh, the captain of Tyrone. They were in the All-Ireland Intermediate final last year. What can they do? Is there another twist? 2 minutes to go. There's 2 in it. We haven't seen a goal from Tyrone. They got 4 the last day. Aoife Horrisk, and she's just going to pump it in there. It's a little bit high. It does get there though, and it's well laid off to Niamh O'Neill, but lots of green jerseys back there. They'll take a point if they can get it. Horrisk, the provider. And here is the effort from way out on the right, and that looks good to me, and it is good, and it's a point for Tyrone, the sensible option. It's a 1 point game. In fact, it's not a 1 point game, it's a level game. The scoreboard says 14-111. Our scoreboard has 2 in it, but the scoreboard on the ground has 111-14. I thought there was 2 in it there. We have it 112-14. Did Fermanagh not get a score a minute ago with Emer Smith? Was that not 112? I think it was. So yeah, I think we're right. I think the scoreboard on the ground is wrong, and that's not a good time for the scoreboard to be wrong, because if anyone's looking at that from the crowd or the players, they'll be saying, oh, there, it's corrected now, thank goodness. So the scoreboard on the ground has now been corrected. It's up to 112. So definitely 1 point lead for Fermanagh. That's the 3rd kick out in a row. Tyrone have not pressed well enough to stop Fermanagh getting away. And when they get possession, they're very, very good, as you see. Now the press is on though, and they are trying to get it on the second phase, and they do get it back. Oh no, they haven't. It's a free for Fermanagh, and he's going to bring it forward as well, and Tyrone are dismayed, and for the first time their supporters are very irate. Oh, hold on, now he's going the other way, and he is giving it to Tyrone. Well, everything happening here, and he's bringing it forward the other way. Well, it's almost a little bit comical, I have to admit, going one way and then the other, but he corrected himself and obviously just made a genuine human error and has cleared that up, and everybody's happy. Well, Fermanagh aren't happy, but Tyrone are, and it means that Aoife Horrisk has a golden chance here. She hits them very, very high. She steals a yard or two. This for the equaliser, and Horrisk nails it. Tyrone are level. We are in added time, and still all to play for. Well, what a twist that was in the game. Referee looking at his watches. He's not even looking at the goalkeeper. Now he lets the play go on. It goes high, and it's taken beautifully by Emer McCanny from Oma as Tyrone go looking for it. And that's Saoirse Gormley. And that was a serious collision. The ground shook here in Kildress. And Gormley went down, and it's going to be a free in. Now it's a considerable distance out. Are we looking at extra time? Galway lead Meath in the men's now. No, they don't. Meath lead 2:15 to 2:13. Sorry, Meath lead by 2. It was a Galway score, but Meath lead. Here, it's all square. Stacey is mentioned on the feed for YouTube. She's watching in England, and she loves nothing more than be able to watch her niece Amelia Coyle do what she does best. Yeah, that's the goalkeeper for Tyrone. Thank you for that message. That's the power of the live stream. People all over the world, and I'm sure there's a girl called Bogue in Australia watching on as well, and biting those nails. Dimpna Martin says, come on, Fermanagh. Breach Kerr says, good girl, Saoirse. That relating to the superb point she scored, as Tyrone have somehow got themselves back into it. Maria Prunty says, come on, Fermanagh. The drama. So, Niamh O'Neill, is it? Is that Niamh O'Neill? Way over there. A chance for Tyrone then. We are level, and it is Niamh O'Neill. 63rd minute of the game. She puts it in there and easily taken. Oh, even McHugh has tried to steal it back and has done, but illegally. Mo Nerney has scored for Laois. They're a point behind against Wexford in one of the other quarterfinals today. And Clare and Monaghan lead by 5 in that game. I'm trying to check the Westmeath one. I've got it for you now as that ball is going to go over the line. Westmeath lead by a point, 3-7 to 1-12. Wow. So that one's close. This one's close. Saoirse Gormley now. The momentum is with Tyrone. Is there a winner in Tyrone? Gormley being held up by Shannon McQuaid, and Shannon not even watching where the ball goes, but now Gormley wants it back, and she goes low and she is fouled. Oh. Kayla Bogue says, I didn't do anything, but the referee has given the free and he's not going to change his mind. You see it again. And there goes the challenge, and Gormley is down and Tyrone have a chance to win it. Now Horace scored the last one. She takes him from the centre. This one will be out on the left. Gormley might have taken it, but she's injured. I think it's going to be Horace again. She missed one in the first half, but she's nailed 2, maybe 3 in the second half. So the pressure is on the girl from Errigal, Kieran. Long delay as well. 64 minutes gone. The goalkeeper Amelia Coyle, her auntie Stacey watching in England. Everybody watching closely here at Kildress Wolfe Tones. There will be a hush. There are Fermanagh wry smiles. People around us putting their hands on their faces. There are people who can't look. Aoife Horace from Errigal Kieran for Tyrone. 65th minute to steal it again for Tyrone in the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate quarter-finals to put Tyrone into the semi-finals on July 13th against Cavan or Westmeath. And she nails it. Talk about cool under pressure. What a score. That could be the winner. And remember Tyrone in the final last year. Molly Madloin for Fermanagh had a brilliant interception, and it's Slaney McCarroll. Great determined play by her. And the girl from St McCartan's, well, that was worth its weight in gold for Tyrone. That was as good as a score. And I'd say they're saying to her, stay down a minute, girl. Just calm it down. What a turnover that was by McCarroll. And Fermanagh looked like they just cannot believe this is happening again. Gives me a chance to bring you up to date on the other games, because it's all happening at the minute. Let me check. Cavan against Westmeath. The winners of that will play the winners of this. It's full time. Westmeath have won it. They've beaten Cavan 16-15, 3-7 to 1-12. So Westmeath are there. Westmeath will play the winners of this. Will it be Westmeath against Tyrone? They met last week and Tyrone hammered them. I'm sure the semi-final will be different. Horisk, the coolest customer. Oh, she's going to go all the way back. That could be risky. They have to all remain cool, but the Fermanagh press is on. Here is Amelia Coyle. They're playing with fire at the back. Oh, she's been penalised, and Emer Smith has it. Is there more drama in the 67th minute? Is it a chance? Well, just Tyrone decided to go back instead of going forward, and they could pay the penalty. Emer Smith. Can Emer Smith rescue Fermanagh? She goes right and left. She spins. She goes again and leaves it off. Is there an equaliser for Fermanagh? 16 points for Tyrone. 1-12 to Fermanagh. They will have time, I think, for one more effort. They come to this side now. They come to Lisa McGuire. They come to Molly Madloin. Desperate times for Fermanagh. Can they rescue this game right at the end? Tyrone tackling desperately. The referee gives advantage. They don't need the free away out there. Now they get it, but it's way, way out. It's a big ask. It's on the arc, which of course isn't recognised in the ladies' game, but it gives you an indication of where the ball is. Joanne Doonan comes over to it. Emer Smith is going to come over and take it. Joanne Doonan leaves it down. They know each other well. The pressure is on. She takes the pressure. Emer Smith says, that's my job. It's a long way out, but I'll take it. Accountability, responsibility, leadership from Emer Smith, our camera right behind us. What drama we have here in Kildress. They're a point down. We are in the 68th minute of the game. And the player with the golden boot, has she got the golden touch right at the end? Can she make it? Steals a yard and drills it. Is it coming in? I think it is, you know. Oh, what a score. Emer Smith, she raises the left hand to the sky. Her mum over to my left celebrates. Fermanagh celebrate. That was unbelievable pressure. Unbelievable coolness from Emer Smith. She nailed it. And he might even get another score. No, it's full time. Oh my goodness. You knew it was coming. You really did. But what about those frees? Emer Smith at one end and Aoife Horace at the end. And those two girls deserve incredible, immense pressure for taking those kicks on and for nailing them. And really, I think everybody deserves extra time after that game. Whoa. What a game we have, what drama we have here in the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate quarterfinals. And it would have been so hard in Fermanagh, but Smith came to the rescue yet again. And Horace thought she had won it for Tyrone, but they were going to have to win it again. Wow. 68 minutes and 2 seconds. Tyrone 16, Fermanagh 113, Westmeath waiting in the semi-finals. Bad luck to Cavan today. Could have been an all-Ulster semi-final, but Westmeath, what a year they have had after last year. They have come back so strong this year. They did brilliantly to win the TG4 Leinster Championship, and now they have their place in the All-Ireland semi-finals, and they will take on Tyrone or Fermanagh. Elsewhere, Monaghan 114, Clare 1-8. So it looks like Monaghan. So we have two, could have had three Ulster teams in the. And Laois, Wexford 110 to 110, and that's extra time in Portlaoise as well. So drama there as well. So extra time required in two of the All-Ireland quarterfinals. Well, we always say it's the closest championship, and that is being proven again. Incredible drama at the end. Well, the players have gone in. Just checking a couple of comments to see what you're all talking about there, because there's a lot to talk about. We knew it would all go right down to the wire, and we knew there'd be drama, and we were right. On Facebook, Breeze Care, fantastic free taking on both sides. Orla Brogan, go on Emer. And what else? A few comments there. Dimpna Martin, come on Fermanagh. Yep. We do it all again in about 5 minutes' time. We'll be back. And we continue. Extra time awaits. The captains have taken the toss with Philip Conway in the middle. The sun has come out again and is shining very brightly. It's warm. It's hot stuff out there. And it's dramatic. Extra time in 2 of the quarterfinals. Cavan lost to Westmeath by a point. There was only a point in that one. Leach and Wexford have gone to extra time. Leach have a 1-point lead, but a long time to play yet. We've had a big break here from the end of the game until this. It was like a half-time break, but the players are out, and Fermanagh in their huddle over to our right, as you can see. And I put that Emersmith equaliser up on the social media so you can have a look at just how good it was. We captured them on both of our cameras. There's a lovely shot of Emer running back after she nailed it. Here it is again, and boom. Well, what a score. That's why we have extra time. And you know, you have to be fair and say that Fermanagh deserve extra time after the way that had gone, and after losing the last day and leading with 10 to go, and then the Aoife Horsk free that was converted, the foul on Saoirse Gormley. I think it's fair enough, most people would say, that they both go again. And we are going again. So the last day there was 7 goals, today only 1. But there was a post hit, could have been 2, and the only goal was a penalty. So it's not as if we had lots of scores from play. Didn't even have that many goal chances, really. Cagey game. So much at stake. A place in the semi-finals, and then the teams are 1 step away from Croke Park. This is what it's all about. You see at midfield they've now put Slaney McCarroll in there, number 5, and I'm not surprised. She's had a brilliant game. What a warrior she is. And they thought they had won at Tyrone with her score and when she got a turnover as well. But you can never count out a Fermanagh team with Emersmith in it. Philip Conway now to get us underway again. 2 periods of 10. Evie McHugh turns her back on it, and Joanne Doonan gets it immediately and gets a free as well. And you know where she's going with this. She always looks for the run of Emersmith, but brilliant defending by the Tyrone fullback Gráinne McKenna, also from St McCartan, same club as McCarroll. She saw that coming and got out in front. And Tyrone speeding down the left, but that's a Fermanagh decision. If you want to see that point again, it's now up on the Ladies Gaelic Football Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, so you can't avoid it. Horsk's point was something else as well, to be fair. Fermanagh battling for possession, and they get it. Just looking at the comments on the live chat as the ball is moved forward, and everybody enjoying the game. I just get the feeling that everybody is rather tense. Not surprisingly, watching it, it was one way and then the other, and so close and so dramatic at the end. We have 20 more minutes. Tired legs out there, but the players still giving it everything. Here come Tyrone again then. Number 19 for Tyrone is Anya Grimes from Carrickmore, so she's in the play. She's involved, and here is the number 20. It's Emer McCanney, who had a great game after coming on as a sub, and she adds to her tally with a super score, and Tyrone nudge into the lead with their 17th point of the game. And that was cool play by the girl from Oma St Enda's. Now, Saoirse Gormley coming into the play is announced as a substitution. Did I miss her going off? I didn't know she'd gone off. Maybe she did right at the end. That's a strange one. I didn't know about that. But anyway, here comes Fermanagh with Molly Madloyne looking for an equaliser, and I think she's put that to the right, and she's put it wide. And you saw a Tyrone sub there as well. Is it 26, I think, for Tyrone? Yeah, Anya Strahan, also from Oma St Enda's. So it's another change that has been made in added time. Here come Tyrone, trying to get over halfway. McCarroll, and she immediately looks to drill it in there. Looks for Gormley or looks for McCanny, but thought the ball was going to win, but McCanny has read it well. It's good play by McCanny. I think she was on the minor team a couple of years ago. That did very well. Now they get it to Gormley. And Gormley hasn't scored much herself, but she's always a threat. And now under her left side, that's brilliant, tenacious play. Has she got it? No, it's just gone to the left and it's gone wide. More agony for Tyrone. On the Facebook chat, Anya McCoy was asking, will the YouTube stream come back for extra time? Well, yes, we were just taking a break like everybody else. And we are now well and truly back for this game. 17-16. Tyrone with the lead. Good play by Courtney Murphy. Taken on by Ciara Clark. Murphy again. And that's Shauna Feely, number 8 for Fermanagh, who has come into the play. Oh, and that's been intercepted rather easily by Muldoon, the Kildress girl, and she puts it up to Aoife Horace. Could a great game. Feeds it into Gormley. Followed now by Emer Keenan. Usually Shannon McQuaid was on her, but I don't see Shannon out there now, and there's a goal chance here for Tyrone. It's blocked down, and somehow Fermanagh survived. Not once but twice. There was a vital touch there from the goalkeeper and one of the defenders. Fermanagh survive 4 minutes into extra time. Let's look at it again. And our low camera shows it perfectly. It was Gormley causing the damage. There was the first block. Fermanagh have not conceded a goal all day long, and they look determined not to for the last day, but none today, and we're in extra time, but a free for Tyrone. Now this often happens in extra time in games. There's a lot of tired limbs, sore limbs, so it could be stop-start. It's 10 minutes each way, but could well end up being a good bit longer than that. And of course there were players thrown in who might have been carrying injuries, like Caida Carabog, maybe Niamh O'Neill. Players like that who didn't start and are now having to play maybe more than their managers anticipated. So still trying to catch up on some of the changes. Shanna Feely is definitely out there now for Fermanagh, the number 8 from Belcoo. And I see Shannon McQuaid there, the number 2, still in the shot and still on the field. Saoirse Gormley came in, but that one puzzled me. I must have missed something there. But no matter. We will get underway again, and it'll be Horrisk who showed coolness under pressure during normal time. And here she is again. Not quite as much pressure. 6th minute of added time. And that looks to me like it's going very right. Too right. It's a wide. And hard to judge the breeze. I mean, look at the kids behind the goals there with flags. And there's a stronger breeze than you would think. We're in the stand here. And it's definitely going from right to left. So it would be going against where Aoife was kicking it from. So hard to judge. McQuaid goes to collect from the kick out. Good movement by the captain. She's got options ahead, and one of them is, it's not Emer Smith all the way back there. No, it's not. Emer Smith been really closely followed now, but the ball breaks between her and Gráinne McKenna, and Fermanagh might profit from that. Still, and it's beautifully laid off. Good advantage by the referee, and Smith puts it wide, but the referee will bring it back. And McKenna is sticking to Smith like glue. Got out in front for one at the start of extra time and got out there at the same time. But it's going to be a free in. So we've only had 1 point so far in 7 minutes. And this possibly the second. And when you look at where she is now, and we'll see it on the wide shot here, she's well inside the arc, between the arc and the D. And that's where she nailed the equaliser from. So this a lot closer. But again, that breeze quite tricky to play with. Nailed 2 or 3, well, at least 3 in the first half from this kind of an angle. And that one hasn't got there, but it might end up with something better for Fermanagh because McCabe has it, and now Doonan does a sensible thing. Fermanagh's first score in extra time. Getting mixed up between all these times, but it's her first score, and it levels it. 114-17. Oh, that's a spill, and Emer Smith is in there, and Amelia Coyle needs to get there, and she doesn't. Oh, and it's a calamity of errors at the back for Tyrone, and Emer Smith capitalises 8 minutes into extra time, and that could be the winning of the game. We knew there would be tiredness out there. We knew there would be mistakes, and there is a mistake between Emer Quinn and her goalkeeper, and Emer Smith has capitalised. A huge boost for Fermanagh. 2-14-17. And the girl who scored the equaliser has now got a crucial goal. In fact, she's got both goals today. It's all up to Tyrone again, but they have a long time to go. We're only in the first period of extra time, so it's a blow, but it's not necessarily the end. Canavan slips it inside. Horrisk, the two Errigal Kieran girls combine. Now they get it to Ahi Yarn, to Aveen McHugh, but that's going to be a free out. Last minutes of the first period of extra time, and now it's Tyrone who capitalise, and it's Gormley, and she jumps through a couple of tackles. She's got McHugh with her. She goes herself. Will she be satisfied with a point? Well, she goes to ground, and it's a free in, and you'd say that's as good as a point for Tyrone. Horsk just gives her a little low fist pump. And she will take this. Now, she missed the last one a bit further out, but from a similar angle. And she'll maybe drive this one lower and harder, and she does. Another point for Tyrone as we conclude. I'd say there might be a couple of minutes of added time at the end of the first period of extra time. 2:14 is 20. 18 is 18. 2 in it. They go short to Emer Keenan. This is Niamh McManus. Good switch of play by her to get it to Madloyne. Sensible play by Madloyne to just bring it down this side and give it to Doonan, and a lovely transfer by Doonan to give it into Lisa Maguire. Tyrone scurrying back into defence, forcing Fermanagh. Now they have a player way over to the right if they can get it to her. That was good play by Bogue to get it out there. Barrett was the girl who was out there. Fermanagh, no particular rush. They're just owning the ball at the minute. 1 minute into added time. I'd say it's about another minute. So they have the ball at the right end of the field, and McCabe, but could be one back. And well, I think the referee's blown for the end of the first period, and he has. So that was all about the goal for Emer Smith. That's what that was about. A couple of points either way, but that goal, let's see it again. And you feel for the goalkeeper. The mix up there, and Smith got in and kept her cool to drive it in. Could that be the winning of the game? 11 minutes played in the first period. We have one more period to go. And the way the players are going and sitting down on the field, I think we're going to have 2 or 3 minutes of a delay before the second period. Gone are the days when the second period of extra time followed very quickly. Just adding to the drama. And there is Darren McCann with the Willie hat. Not sure that's needed today in this heat. Maybe it's a lucky thing. He's just checking probably on whatever players are maybe on ticks, so they can go back, and if anyone's on 2 ticks they'll have to watch that. Just manage the situation, but they're not in any particular hurry. Just to bring you up to date with elsewhere then. Let's see what we can find for you on what else happened today, or is happening in the other game in ladies football that has gone to extra time. That's Laois and Wexford. That's on the other side of the draw. It's half time at that, and they're still level there. Laois 112, Wexford 112. TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate quarterfinals. And remember, the winners of that will play Monaghan because they beat Clare. And on this side, it's Tyrone or Fermanagh when they eventually sort it out. The winners will play Westmeath, who beat Cavan by a point. Maybe we will get underway quickly. They're not hanging around Tyrone. Well, they've come back once. Can they come back again? Remember, early in the game, Tyrone led 5-1. It was level at the break. Tyrone trailed by 3 going into about the last 10, maybe last 8. And Fermanagh needed to rescue it in the 68th minute. Now it's Tyrone 2 behind again. So it's familiar territory. Fermanagh last year won the All-Ireland Junior Championship, hoping to stay alive here in the Intermediate Championship, and they won the National League Division 4 in the meantime. Tyrone played their football in Division 1 but got relegated, then beat Down in the Championship, All-Ireland that is, and beat Westmeath. And in last year's All-Ireland Intermediate final, they lost to Leitrim. So they're bidding to get back there again. But it's all about the next 10 minutes, never mind what's happened before. It's all about who can get over the line, by hook or by crook, whether it's a mistake, whether it's a bit of skill, whether it's fresh legs coming on, or a bit of magic. Let's see. Philip Conway gets us underway again. Madloin gets it for Fermanagh. That's Niamh McManus wearing 15, but she's playing in a left half-back position. This is Shauna Feely. Smith looks one way and then the other, followed closely by Grania McKenna, but they can't stop her. Nobody can stop Emer Smith. What a score at the start of extra time. Just about down a marker as well. And to give Fermanagh a 3-point lead yet again. The big question is, can Fermanagh hold on to their lead? Well, they will, with kickouts that go straight to their players. But overall, the Tyrone players, bit of misjudgment there by maybe the players waiting for it. And Fermanagh get easy possession again. This is Madloin. Faced up by Campbell. Gets it to Doonan. Make no mistake, this would be a huge victory for Fermanagh to get over this line. A mental barrier as much as anything, and that free given. And up ahead of that, there was Gormley, there was McQuaid. McQuaid went to ground. Gormley gets it. They're both keeping playing. This is Gormley now. She gets in. Does she get in behind? She doesn't. Gives it to O'Neill, and now O'Neill announces her arrival. She came on in the game during normal time, had a few chances, had a goal chance, but that really is her first big impact. Didn't know why the free was given actually for Tyrone in the first place. I was looking at something else and it was maybe off the ball or something. Oh, and that's a cheap one, given away to Tyrone. Anya Strahan has it, leaves it off. Might get it back again from O'Neill. O'Neill might go for her own score. No, she spots McCarroll. And McCarroll puts it back up in the air, but that's not accurate, but it might stay in. It does stay in, and brilliantly taken as well. And Horace gets there and brought down. This is going to be a penalty. Surely it's going to be a penalty. The most obvious of penalties, I think. And I don't usually call it before the referee, but I think everybody in the ground knows it's a penalty. Well, he's going actually to talk to his umpires. So maybe I have jumped the gun a little bit. So let's see. What is the decision? Fermanagh have already had a penalty. We have had so much drama. That seemed like a short conversation, and he's calling a player over, which would indicate to me it's a penalty because he's going to penalise somebody for a tackle. And indeed, it's Emer Keenan. So I don't think there is any doubt anymore. 2 down, and a great chance for Tyrone. And indeed, a yellow card as well. Fermanagh down to 14. This game has just swung one way and then the other. That's what we said at the start. And that's what's happened. And it's going to be Saoirse Gormley. I think she scored a penalty last week. Maybe even in the previous game. I can't remember if it was a penalty. I don't think it was, but maybe. But anyway, it's Saoirse Gormley against Anya Harron. 2:15 plays 19. 21-19, 2 points in it. So it's Saoirse Gormley from Carrickmore up against Anya Harron from Kinawley. Tyrone trail by 2. 4th minute of the second period of extra time. We've had one penalty scored already. It was Emer Smith. Gormley against Harron. A goal will give Tyrone the lead. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Tyrone are back in front. A thriller, a classic game here in this Ulster Derby in the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship, and it's just swung back to Tyrone. A 1 point lead. McCabe does brilliantly to get it from her goalkeeper. McCabe gives it to McQuaid. She gets the decision and takes a knock for her troubles. Fermanagh, remember, down to 14. They don't need their captain to be injured as well. Now if Tyrone press here and everybody marks up, they of course have the extra player, and the extra player I'm watching away off camera is Aoibhinn McHugh, and she's sitting on the 45-metre line. Not sitting, standing, if you know what I mean, of course. But she's just there minding the house at the back. So if Fermanagh managed to get forward, Aoibhinn McHugh is sitting there waiting, just with the job of stopping. She doesn't have to mark anybody. This is Doonan, and she's battling and does really well, but the referee didn't like that challenge by Canavan. He will tick for that. Doonan looking for Emer Smith, of course, but she's been closely followed, and they have a different marker on her now, but they still try to find her. This is McKenna, who was marking Emer Smith, but it's now Emer Quinn marking her. That might have been something to do with the ticks at half time. This is Aoibhinn McHugh. Now it's Tyrone in the driving seat. And they come forward with the 1 point lead. Strain. And one extra player, it also has to be underlined. And they're the team now who can just pass the ball about with a little bit more ease. They don't have to force it. They take a score if they can get it, but they can pass the ball around and take their time. 4 minutes and added time at the end of the second period of extra time as Gormley goes for it, swings it to the right and wide. .2:15 plays 1:19. 1 point in it. Shauna Feely for Fermanagh. She should have fresh legs. She came in as a sub despite wearing number 8, and it's Fermanagh now with 14 players, and they have a player over here because Lisa McGuire has it. They're 1 point down. Can they get an equaliser with the 14 players with 3 minutes to go? Tyrone have got players back. Lots of players back. 13 players behind the ball. Fermanagh need to get a score here. Aoife McCabe, she's not going anywhere really. There's no way through. They finally get it to Emer Smith, and Emer darts one way and then the other, but there's just so many Tyrone players around her. 4 or 5 around her. Have they fouled? No, they haven't. It's a free out. And it's going to be moved forward. So difficult for Fermanagh now with the 14 players and with a point down and time running out. Strain to McHugh as Tyrone popped the ball around with a little bit more confidence. Canavan, and she releases the ball down that right hand side, and they get it into Gormley, the danger woman. Here she goes up against Clark. She darts into her. She knocks her out of the way and drives it. Oh, what a goal. Saoirse Gormley. Saoirse Super Saoirse has just ended this contest. Oh, what a contest it's been, and you have to feel for Fermanagh, but you knew that there was a Gormley special in there somewhere, and there it is. What a drive. That's what she can do, and Tyrone are on their way to the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate semi-finals. What a goal. Right foot, left it. She scored the penalty as well from her right foot, and now she scored one off her left, and Tyrone more than in the driving seat. They are speeding clear. 1.5 to go, and then added time. 25-21. Oh, what a goal. And what a game it's been. What a battle. They met in Ulster. It was a battle. It was a thriller. 4-11 to 3-11. Now we're at 2-19 to 2-15. That is, let me add that up, that's 38 scores. The last time they had 29, but they didn't have extra time. We have extra time. And Tyrone have turned it around after conceding a calamitous goal. Gormley with a penalty and one from play. Aoibhinn McHugh, as Tyrone looked to make up for last year's All-Ireland final defeat. And Gormley only came on for the last, was it 10-15 minutes maybe, against Leitrim. And now Leitrim and Senior and Tyrone have a chance. Doonan looked to capitalise there, but McHugh kept her cool. Last 30 seconds of normal time, and surely, finally, Tyrone are there. Ciara Clark wins it back for Fermanagh. But remember, they have 14 players, and they're 4 down. And there's only 10 seconds of normal time left, so it would take something very, very special. Doonan, she is capable of special. So is Emer Smith, but Tyrone have extra players back there, and there is the extra player just picking up possession. I think it was Anya Grimes, and that has been the problem for Fermanagh. Keep the ball is indeed the cry from the crowd here, and they will do exactly that. And they will see this one out now. After all of the drama, it's going to be Tyrone. And here they go again. They might finish it. It's Gormley again. Oh, well, she's just nailed it. That's a fabulous point. Remember, she scored the penalty off her right, and a goal and a point since then off her left. What a player. What a player for the future. What a player for today. And Tyrone, they're going to do it again. They're going to win by 5 again after being 3 down. And they're going to break Fermanagh hearts. Tyrone still working hard. Fermanagh working hard, trying to get forward, trying to get at least one last score. And there is the final whistle, and Fermanagh sink to the ground. Their hearts have been broken after an enormous, valiant effort against Tyrone. They forced extra time, and they had the lead in extra time. They went down to 14, and Tyrone have seen it out. And you have to say, Saoirse Gormley is the player of the match, and her scores were crucial. Aoife Horace scored a fantastic point right at the end when Tyrone thought they'd won it. They had to win it again, and they did. And they had many heroes out there, but they really had to dig very, very deep, and they did. And it's Tyrone who will now play Westmeath in the All-Ireland semi-finals for a place in Croke Park. What a game, what drama. The Ulster Derby ends in victory for Tyrone. They've beaten Fermanagh for the second time in a couple of months. They will go forward. Fermanagh, a brave bid to try and win back-to-back junior and intermediate, but in the end, Tyrone have won it, and you have to say in the end, they deserve it. You can't argue with a 5-point difference in the end, but overall, what a fantastic game, what a fantastic advertisement for ladies football at intermediate level. It's Tyrone 220, Fermanagh 215. Thanks to the live stream team here, it's been worth throwing everything at this with all our different camera angles and what we could bring to you, and hopefully you enjoyed the coverage, and we will go and get a few interviews as well and put those up on social media for you to view, and no doubt you'll want to watch that Saoirse Gormley goal again. But for now, from the team, it's goodbye.